I don't know. I never asked him why he did it or where it came from. And, he grew up in a very difficult environment. His mother was an alcoholic, severe alcoholic, and he had three different dads, and I remember him telling me stories that he would send paychecks home to his mom when he was in the Navy, and that his sister took the money and blew it. So he and his sister didn't have a good relationship, and they didn't communicate, and I never met her, so maybe it came from that. And, he didn't have anything growing up. He was very, they were just getting by, when he was a kid. And then in the military, when you're enlisted in our early years, there's not a lot of money. I mean, you're at the poverty level when you're an enlisted, military in terms of salary. You get a lot of benefits. And if you're single, you can live on the ship and eat on the base and all that good stuff. So, but when you have a family and all that, it's very difficult. I mean, it's tough, to get by. But once he got into the upper ranks of enlisted and became an officer, then we were, more upper middle class, and things changed a little bit. But I think that's it. I think his upbringing of lack and having money that he earned, blown and spent, so he was just trying to teach me the respect, I think, for hard-earned money and what it means. It was kind of a rite of passage. So every male in my family were military, and I love my country. I'm an ardent patriot, and I wanted to serve. But I didn't want to make a career of it. I just wanted to do my time, serve, and then, but even now, if we went to war and there was a call to arms, I'm back. I'm there. I will lead the charge. I'll be the first one on the front of the line on the battlefield, leading the troops. I'm not gonna be the guy sitting behind telling everybody to go. I'm gonna be out front. Let's do it. Let's take this thing. Let's take this hill. Let's take this beach. So I'm one of those guys. So, I had a strong sense of duty, but I think that was beat into me literally at a young age, all the way up. My grandfather was a Pearl Harbor survivor. My dad was career military. My uncle. I mean, everybody I knew that was a male role model-ish in my life were all career military. So it was just a given, and I didn't go to college. I wasn't steered in that direction. And I wasn't a good student. A lot of entrepreneurs don't make great students. So I just wanted to go get the experience and get out and then do my own thing. So I've always wanted to carve my own path. I just needed to get that out of the way first. Yeah. And, I didn't know the lessons I was being taught by my dad. And I resented a lot of the things when I was a kid, being forced to do everything. But now when I look back, those are the things that shaped me. I didn't know what he was doing. But when you're in the military, it's different. You listen, you pay attention, and you follow orders. So that's different. So I took the other lessons in and understood where he was coming from and how he was wired and why. Because he was a 20-year man, and he rose through the ranks very quickly. And he was one of the last few that was what's called being frocked from an enlisted man into an officer, or enlisted person to an officer. I don't even know if they do that anymore. But so it was an interesting journey for him. And I think, like you said, that shaped a lot of my discipline in terms of, creating a plan and executing it, right? And having redundancies and, orderly, efficient military fashion, things like that. So there's a lot of things about the military that are really, really great. And there's a lot of things about it that aren't. For instance, you can only advance so fast because it's all about time. And, with the stroke of a pen, somebody can ruin your career. So there's a lot of disadvantages to the military, but it does teach you, a lot of our business systems that we use come from the military. Military is all about systems, PMS, preventative maintenance system, fire control systems, everybody has their, teamwork, right? So on a ship, when you're on a ship, you have general quarters, which is your battle station. So everybody's got their job in combat. If a fire breaks out, everybody has their area they go to, and they have their role on that team, on that fire control team. And you drill. So not only does it teach you systems, redundancy, but it teaches you reps, right? So to be good at anything, you got to get your reps in. So we drilled constantly, middle of the night, middle of the day, all different hours. So no matter what happens, what environment, and that's what boot camp's all about, right? You see the shows where they rattle the trash can at 5 a.m. or 3 a.m. They roll people out of their bunks. So the whole point of that is to condition you so that you're ready for anything at any time.